So I discovered something here. As far as this radio, it was off frequency. We already kind of knew that, but it was definitely affecting the audio. So the way that you get into the menu is you hold these three buttons here, okay, and you power it on, and you'll get this menu here. Move this in here. Okay, you got fan, temperature, and frequency. 0, 1, 4, and then like if you move this knob, and I don't know why it puts you on different frequencies here. So if you want to test this, what you need to do is you need to put your other radio on that frequency, because you're not going to have a way of changing that as far as I understand. But you can actually go in and change the mode. And so what I did was that's what I did. And then I went in here, and this, when you watch this, see, it goes up to 14 there for there's a whole bunch of different things. And for whatever reason, it's going to change your bands when you go through here. But there is a lot of crazy stuff. This is not really a menu you want to get into and mess with. RF filters, FM gain, bias, ALC, ALC, 100 watt something, 100 watt meter, 50 watt TXG. I don't know what that is. $20 watt, 10 watt, 100 watt. So like this thing here just goes through all these crazy things, and as you're going through it, like this frequency changes. I don't know how many entries there are in here. Looks like a lot. TX carrier, so you can adjust the carrier for USB, but this is off frequency. So what I did was, and it was only off by about 50 hertz. I adjusted it in this menu, but I'm just going through here so you guys can see what's in here. So the meter is the first thing, and the temperature, and then the fan, and then frequency. So we would go here, we'd have it there, and then I think you just push select or something, and then like you would adjust it with this other VFO. See? So, and then just transmit and adjust it, and 0 beat it to the other radio you're testing it on. You know? So that's what I did, and I hope to God that my ICOMs are on frequency. I just don't understand both these two Yaesu radios that I have. They're both off frequency by, you know, a few hertz, like 20, 30, 40, 50 hertz or whatever. You know, it's just kind of significant for sideband. And then these old ICOMs that I have are not, unless I'm just absolutely stupid, and those ones are off also, but they don't seem to be. I think maybe the 756 Pro might be off a hair, but I don't think the 746 is. What they probably should do is be comparing these to other radios, and just making sure that everything agrees. The 710 is extremely hard to compare things with because of the fact that it has a little bit of delay in its receiver, so you can't 0 beat anything to it. It's a cheap radio. I mean, you know, it's kind of weird how they do that, but when I go into WWV, so anyway, once you adjust this, you hold down the menu button, and it would save. So I think in my case, I don't want to do anything, so I just turn it off. And then, for whatever reason, it's over here again. But we'll KG7H3R testing 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's that one. Somebody doing CW in the background. KG7H3R testing 1, 2, 3, 4. These two radios actually sound completely different. Just because I don't think they're. Oh, I bumped the VFO. Isn't that funny? I've been on here testing for a little bit. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test. So, and then I'll show you guys what it sounds like on this one, which could totally be off too. But at least all my radios will be all the same. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look in here, it's pretty close. I really don't understand why these idiots are doing CW over here all of a sudden. But whatever. So, just like people complain about people doing AM in different parts of the band, but they'll never complain about these people doing CW. Where? Oh. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put this radio on top of this. I'm gonna move the microphone because it's gonna be hanging in my way. And I have a little heat coming out of the back of the other radio. Interesting. Okay. You guys can't see the other radio up there. Now you can. Okay. I suspect this radio, being only 2015, maybe 16 or 17. 16, I think. So it's like 8 or 9 years old. It's pretty accurate. We'll go. You can tune fast with this. Okay. Okay, what are we on? We're on LSB. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's pretty close. I don't know if that one's off. Anything's possible. But so let's say we want to adjust this to how far off it was. We would go. Okay, I got it locked. So I guess that's about 50 hertz right there. Because then the next one would be 100 hertz, and then maybe kilohertz, and then megahertz. So it was off by that amount. You can hear how it's not even close to 0 beat. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna sound really bad like that when you're off. ftdx3000 testing. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get off of this particular frequency. We'll go up to 37. Those guys just appeared out of nowhere doing CW, so I don't know if they're just upset that I'm testing. Okay, so you can hear how far off that is. So as we start to adjust it a little bit, now we have that 0 beat. Now, and that's how you can tell where radio is at. You know, I mean, it's an old technique. I mean, like, it isn't anything special. Collins used to tell people to do that with their receivers and transmitters, and you 0 beat the receiver to the transmitter until it did that, and you knew that they were both on the same thing. So you don't need all kinds of fancy test equipment to do certain things, but I mean, it's nice, it helps. But you know, this is just little stuff. So I think it makes a pretty big difference when you're off by that much, and that's how much this thing was off by. So I guess apparently, you know, modern radios can be off quite a bit. I've found, you know, like most of the old ones are going to be off. But when you're dealing with certain radios, like something like the 901 that has an adjustable, calibratable digital display, it's not an issue because you need to find out where the radio's at, and then you align your display with where the radio's at, so it's not an issue. But with these radios here, that the display is not a frequency counter, you know, if the radio's off, you're not going to know. It's not going to show you it's off. It's also not a frequency counter, so you're not even going to see if the radio drifts. But like some of these radios, like the 901 up here and the FT102, the last couple of digits of the display are indeed a frequency counter. And so what ends up happening is, as the radio warms up and moves around, those digits will drift and move, and they will show you how much the radio is drifting. But these, you'll never see it. It's not a counter, it's just a display. So it's important with radios like this for the display to be absolutely nuts on accurate with the reference oscillator. If it's not, then you end up with something like this. It almost makes me wonder if this is part of the reason the guy was selling it. I don't know. I also have not checked to see if this thing is unlocked, because he didn't have a ham license, and I didn't think about that, but it said it was his brother's radio. I wonder if maybe he was using it on 11 meters and he found out that it was off frequency and decided he wanted to get rid of it. So I probably could check that really quick right now. Let's see. So to do that, we need to get into... We need to go into 28 and move the thing really fast. Or we would go to general. So we go somewhere like... I don't know, it doesn't really even matter, really, does it? I'm not going to hear anything, I don't think. Now, usually if it's locked, the tuner isn't going to tune it. That's the first thing you'll notice. So see, it won't tune it. I'm going to assume it won't TX either. Well, I guess it will. So it's been unlocked. It sure looks like it, doesn't it? Let's find out. Yeah. I don't like it when I end up with unlocked radios. If I unlock it, that's one thing, but if somebody else did, then I don't like it. 20... 27065. Okay. We're on upper sideband. Hello. I don't see that the TX is being blocked, but I don't see it doing anything. Hello. So it's not transmitting. But usually it has like this TX thing that flashes. Okay. Perfect. That's great. I didn't want it to work. I mean, I don't really know why you would want a radio like this for ham radio to be used on CB. None of these are going to sound good on AM, And to me, I think the spirit of CB is AM. Channel 38 up lower sideband. It's like, it's boring. It's nothing special. It's like listening to 80 meters or something. But anyway, I thought I'd make a quick video about that service menu, and got a little carried away. But that's what we do here. We get carried away. So we'll catch you guys later. Hopefully you learned something today. And if you're searching for stuff on these, I have many other videos on other Yaesu radios. Thank you for watching.